Welcome to BeFace TV. Today we are having a conversation, and the conversation is about education, and we are talking about education abroad. And a lot of people are so much interested, and they want to know what it entails, how they can also, go by it if they want to study outside their country. And today I have somebody who came from Ghana and he's in Germany here, and he came to Germany for school. And today we are going to have a conversation with him. He tell us anything about schooling in abroad. And my guest today is Mr. Isaac. Welcome to BeFace TV, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Boniface. Mateo Nkapa.
Yeah. I said, you keep on watching BeFace TV. As I said early on, Babe can be about schooling outside your country. We are from Ghana. I know you are from Ghana. I'm also from Ghana. We came to Germany to study, but there are a lot of people who have also graduated and they want to come to study in abroad, specifically in Germany. But most of them lack, they know how to be able to go by it. And you being somebody and you've experienced it and you have much knowledge about that, we want to have a chit chat with you, and people who are also watching us might also take some lessons and clue and follow the same procedure. Now, before we zero in, before coming to Germany to study, what were you doing in Ghana?
Well, before I came here, I was a teacher. I was employed by the GS, and then I had the ambition of furthering my education at the master's level. So after working for some time, I was able to gather some amount of money, and then I applied.
Good. Education in Germany. Somebody wants to pursue masters in Germany. The university, I learned there are two categories. What are the two categories of university that we have in Germany here?
Well, with the educational system here, like we said, there are two categories. We have the public ones, and then we also have the private ones. So like the names apply. The public ones are just the states controlled one, or we say the government schools, just like we have in Ghana. Whilst the private ones are just set up by organizations, maybe churches and maybe individual ones. Yeah. So that is basically the main difference.
Okay, what are you for the preference of others? If you want more or my main and wanted to also learn something from me, so between that I catch it in the banner. Okay, the public one and the private one, difference between the word public university and the private university or Germany has it.
Well, I think what basically the main difference is how fees are paid. Yeah, with the public ones, we will say it is free. It's being catered for by the government. Whilst with the private ones, you pay fees on a monthly basis. So basically, that is the main difference I will say. So we call public school UTSCA for your tuition. But so we call private school. No, sorry. Yeah, I think there's the other way around. So we call public ones are you don't pay. But so we call private one, then you pay, and you pay it by monthly. Okay, so that's why they are saying is
the public university here are tuition free, meaning that you are not supposed to pay any fees in terms of tuition. But for the public, the private one, you are going to pay fees.
Exactly.
So Ghana
the same thing.
Good, but Ghana no graduate public you but meaning the private ones the fees are not I was sure we say no. Somebody wants to study here, masters. How does a person even start the process?
Well, I think the process will start from you, the individual, having first the interest and then the zeal for you to travel abroad. Because leaving home, it takes a lot of courage for you to leave your family, your friends, your work, everything, because it's like almost like coming to start life afresh in a different country. Yeah, so it's a big step. It's a big step, but the process is also very smooth if you are willing to. So the first thing is, first of all, depending on your finances, you decide whether you want a public school or a private school. That's the first thing. The second thing is also about the type of course you want to do. Okay? So there are some courses that are mostly offered in the public school. And most times they are also in the German language, which for some reasons, if you are not abreast of the German language, you cannot apply. So the course that you want to do will also influence the school that you go, whether you go for the private one or also for the public ones. Yeah.
All right. So, do you have to apply the school by yourself, or we have an agency that you can also rely on them? Say, almost betting your school. No?
Well, I think there are there are two main processes, just like any other school. One, you can apply yourself, and there is also an agency that you can apply to. So, for example, I have system when they say your schools, your DAD, the German Academic Exchange Services, you can short for that. Okay, so on our credit system here, for the Uni Assist, it's a portal, and some schools in Germany here have subscribed to it. And the first of all, so when you course no any school now, then you write it down. Then you go to that website. Then you create a profile, or you just create like within that portal, you create your own profile. Then you apply. You upload all your documents, your school certificates. Here in this case, your first degree, your transcripts, the certificates, and sometimes motivation letter, maybe references from your lecturers, 2 or 3 years, depending. Now, when you upload those things, then there's a portion for you to choose the schools. So when you go to that school that you want, your school will be found over there, and then the course that you are applying for. So you upload those things, then you pay a certain amount of fees, then the Uni Assist guys take it off from there. So now it means that in this instance, you're not going to apply for just one school. Sometimes when you are using the Uni Assist, you can apply for 2, 3 schools, but you upload only one document. So those Uni Assist guys will forward your documents to the school, and then if you get the admission, now this is the time that the school will now alert you. Then the process now move beyond the Uni Assist, and then it becomes your personal communication with the admissions officer of the school. And then the other options is that some schools do not subscribe to the Uni Assist system. So in this case, such schools, will apply through directly. You communicate with the admissions office, most of the officer directly, and then the person will guide you through the process.
Good. Let's say you've gotten admission. When you're admission, and you can also get visa. Into admission, well, let's come back to the public university. Mostly, as I said, it's tuition free. Does that mean yes, kebia and sanwaba?
I mean, tuition free, but you need a huge amount of money before you can be able to go to a public school. So the woman say, now I say no. Abano, abana so there so share will be inside. Okay, but so I saw abano who so which me show. Okay, so what the government does is that, depending on the states that one, you will in the public school, you will schedule more to home say student ready say schedule a chance ya or which me no home so be school. Okay, so most times around 10,000 euros. So when you admission, the first thing, the process is that the school will give you an unconditional offer. It's our unconditional offer letter, all the call plus your documents. How they apply for visa, all the call MS in the backend. But schools which them so one entry SS can so 10,000 Okay, so we interview successful at the embassy in Ghana, then they will issue another letter to go to a bank. Now could TSS can then you say upper block it. Then the bank and I'm kind of block account. So this bank will now transfer this money to a German bank with your name and everything. Now when everything's successful, then they will give you what we call a formal obligation. School investment they are bro. And they'll require say
yes, when you're able to pay that money, it is as you can account now be a block account now. And now say the minimum cry is
10,000
euros. Yeah, and if you exchange rate exactly the Kogan is it will be around
it's a minimum exchange rate no 10 years, but it's even say 6 cedis and 50 pesos. At least who apply for a German school, I public here 65,000.
65,000. What is?
I counted 650 million.
650 million.
Yeah.
And son of what's in your but you say in your free the ground you have to
block this
account.
Yeah.
But I cannot block here. Why would you answer about abandoning the family?
Why would you because can a wood him or why would you? The woman say, Oba won't mean you preoccupy. every month be your quota you are allowed by the law for you to remove for your own act. Of course, you pay rent and then you pay your insurance, you pay some utility bills. And to say, "Can one on my expect to say we be free now that show home." So that be our own bed and now go sell idea.
Oh my no. Okay.
Yeah.
So what about the private universities as well? And over to your fees now. Do you also have to block or?
Yeah, with the private universities, no over block it, but most of them don't require this 10,000. Sometimes they can say, okay, you pay half. Then when you come and then you pay the rest. So for example, me in school, I paid half 5,000.
5,000 euros.
5,000 euros, and then then I pay subsequent the others by monthly.
The fees now.
The fees and the new insurance and everything. Then you pay half. So most people will, depending on the amount of money and their financial background, they will rather choose a private one. And then they will buy, but then buy means that you have to work hard for you to be paying this monthly. But it's the public schools now. So which means really says kind of from Ghana, every drew here, you depend on that money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But has also now some can be chere you no ma any ahwefo a omo fi ni say obi ho no a obetumi akobo besi ana so obegine bra bisika say me de ko block me ba na ma yiwa de ama da bi. So oba emra no chere say untimi nyisika ni na 10,000 ni na at a go monthly and ye de ma and you stand on what me de aba but say obenya no bafua asade akoma ni papa no back there and
monthly be no emrada ho sikadogo
abet me year fiscal no.
Yeah. Okay, nice. And the young council say private one no o buy now go be real no say no be say to your fees every idea na that's be abet me aduma bi na o buy school for so aduma sem etese mo ti bi aduma ana say school no kwa na abet me akọ.
Oh well, o buy system no e ma wo ye aduma. Okay, system e ma wo ye aduma because I say no say o ma kwan a most times in the bare 3 months, you have to pay. And also see, irrespective of whether you are in a private school or a public school, you are allowed to work. But then, Juma to say, Obia or one in craft or Otiha as a normal person, as a citizen, and also unlimited stay. Or more different. So, for example, so you're a student, most times you can do what we call a mini job. Now, this mini job is when you are in school, your school session, and your friend is semester session. Okay, so what was our time now? Month, which may a Juma, but side Juma, you should earn up to 450 euros. So, any above it, and so what from Ra. Yeah, as I said, no, I'm rabbit me no ready. So, that's actually Oko extend over this. I don't okay, so the school near Baba, I say, what attention now where Juma Swa, until you give me how you stay here.
Okay, that just a nipa be what nipa be adum so me kwa buchina me kusua dia a menya me ho me babia aduma anya sikata no nya sanity ya.
Ento sakra.
Kakana obenya no. One be to your fees ko private here. Be to your direct insurance ne. Yeah. You see. But as a say we be enyema no so atche yen we say inu no mo hwe from fee no so no omo te enyema aseba. Na before say baby you know, person here to take credit. You will feel so a lot of people also have that notion. They say approaching school day F. And the only other dream work with school, work with university or Ghana, and I work Germany here, Oko University. A sanity.
You know, the problem is this. In your Ghana, neighbor say, "Oh, about 40 years, and dear, F for when you drew here, and no, I don't know. Hey, and easy. Now, make us say the man in easy. They say, I know you here be on Sabakan. Book bien wa oka ya famo facilities internet bia so call folder ya do beko de ohia bia ya de bema enti no aha du sua no enye just classroom ani na yeti ho bebre na ya ka kire wan just say what exams you know yeah so Eddie, to be honest, Eddie, but it's not undoable. You can always do it if you want to learn.
Yeah. Inference here, I'm ready to know. That's a pane experience. What share Eddie Amaye. In him say, if more air share almost so ever fat at this year, every one. At for it be see Hano, Emery Pemono, and sadly another conversation, ever Bremo. I will be face TV so. Let's try more cost one more share, no more subscribers of MIA. Ciao.